We live?
We live.
What's up, everybody?
And in person. How's it going?
We are back.
Ding, round one.
Ding, round one. We are on air on Radio Co., our new broadcast system. Hoping for the best here.
Hey, look, our Twitter and Facebook says we're live.
Alright, we are live.
So, I forgot how to do this podcast.
I know, it's been a while.
Minute.
I don't remember how to do it either.
Yeah. I think we just talk about stuff, but ours is supposed to be about sports, so let's jump into that.
Alright, what do you want to start with?
The Trash Indians.
The trash in. Hey, hold on though.
I know they're tied right now.
The big come from behind. No, they were up 6-3. They scored 3 runs on my way here.
Yeah. Well, it's like tied right now.
Did Boston score again?
I'm pretty sure it's like 7-7.
Oh my.
But yeah, the Indians are so up and down. Like with the pitching being so bad right now, like injuries plagued.
They're up 8-6.
Oh, okay. Well, like I said, it was like 7-6, 7-6. So.
Just when you think they're dead, they're coming alive against the Red Sox.
Yeah, but we can't beat the teams we're not supposed to win against, and then losing against teams we're supposed to win against.
The only thing you can say against it is, I mean, it's still May. I know they're 10 games out, but they have a ton of games against Minnesota left.
I get that.
So maybe you wait a couple more weeks. I mean,
yeah, but Minnesota starts gelling more and more and more. They're gonna be even more.
Well, they're not gonna catch Minnesota.
It's gonna be hard to beat.
And right now, I think they were a game and a half out of wild card coming into today's game, and Boston's one of the teams they're chasing. I think Boston and Oakland. And
see, Boston has bats. We don't have that.
No.
Like we have no offense, none. It's horrible.
That's the thing. Do you trade Trevor Bauer?
No. Why Bauer?
Because he has 1 year left, but he said he only wants
He's only going to do 1 year.
So only do 1 year contracts, and that you're going to get the most for him. You're not going to get anything for Kluber right now with him being hurt.
What about Carrasco?
He's a bit older and not as talented. But Bauer's going to give you the biggest haul, and Lindor obviously, but
You're not trading Lindor.
no, I think they're going to hang on to him at least 1 more year.
With Lindor? They'll hang on to him until the
I think he's got 2 more years after this year left.
If they're going to trade him, they're going to use every year they have with him here, and then they're going to trade him before he becomes a free agent.
Yeah, no, they'll trade him at some point. There's no doubt about it.
They need to re-sign him. I don't care what the hell they need to do. They need to re-sign that kid. They need to make him the third face of Cleveland.
But what they did last night kind of tells you what they're thinking with Bauer. They brought up that kid Zach Plesac, who's shot through the system. Getting to look at him and say, hey, if we trade Bauer, is this guy a viable option? And he pitched well. I mean, first career game in Fenway Park. That's pretty tough task, and he did very well.
I don't know.
Well, the Astros have a prospect. I think Yordan Alvarez is his name. He's an outfielder. He's hitting like 390 with 16 or 17 home runs right now at AAA.
See, that's the thing. Like everybody, like they're always.
He's their number 1 prospect.
You always bring up this AAA. Everybody, not you, but like in general, people bring up always these prospects are hitting 390 or 350 in AAA. That's AAA.
Right.
Everybody in AAA is not a star prospect.
This dude's legit though.
Okay,
he's a power hitter, which is what we need.
That means that's like it's almost equivalent to like college football. You know, you have like the Ezekiel Elliott's of the running back game, but you're going against defensive lines that may not have a prospect that's draftable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you don't know, like, these teams, they could not have, like, a major league prospect, you know, good major league prospects on the team. Or pitching, like, you could be playing against the White Sox farm system, but their farm system is all outfield.
Right.
They have no pitching. So you're telling me this dude's batting 390 against scrub pitchers? I mean, I don't correlate that with something that can be, like, a... You know what I mean? It's just... I understand you have to... That's the only way to grade somebody, you know, but, like, it's there's a big asterisk next to their names. Like when any prospect coming in MLB, until they prove something in the MLB, they're nothing until, you know what I mean. In my eyes, that's how I look at it. Like,
well, one move I think they do need to make, regardless of what they decide to do, is to bring up Bobby Bradley. Like he hit his, I think it was 16th or 17th home run last night. He hit 2 home runs. He's hitting around 300.
I like that.
He's a big boy.
I like that guy they brought in. How you pronounce his name? Mercado.
Which one's on Twitter? So we're upside down.
Twitter. How are you? I don't know how to do that.
Just flip it.
Flip what? The phone?
Yeah, turn it around the other way. See, we can never have go without some kind of technical difficulty, but could be worse, I guess. There we go. You're right side up now.
I have no idea.
All right, sorry about that. Twitter.
Personal.
People watching on Twitter, we're right side up now.
Excuse me.
But yeah, I think
Mercado. Mercado.
He's got 1 or 2 hits today already.
Yeah, he looked good. He looked good.
Yeah,
He looking good. He's showing some promise.
I think he's here to stay.
Lopez, he's still tearing it up.
Yeah, he kills left-handed pitching.
Yeah.
And last night he had a big hit off a righty.
Today we've had Santana's hitting almost 300. I mean,
Yeah, he's got a home run and a triple today.
so and Greg Allen has a triple too.
Yeah, and he had the big home run to tie last night.
We have 2 triples this.
Maybe he just needed some time back in AAA to find himself.
Greg Allen.
Yeah,
I've always liked him.
yeah.
I thought he was underutilized.
Bieber's getting roughed up a bit, but he's been. His last 2 outings, he had 24 strikeouts combined. In his last 2 outings.
Yeah, Bieber. I
He's
like
getting a
Bieber
little
a
roughed
lot.
up today, though. But
It happens.
yeah, it's gonna happen.
Boston has a line that could beat you up, like they really
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
Like I don't care who you're pitching against, or who's
Look,
pitching.
and you look at how much we've struggled. I mean, they're 29 and 26.
Boston. Yeah, they're not.
they're
doing so bad
expected to win a World Series.
either. Yeah, the Yankees are taking that division right now, right? They're winning the division.
Did they pass Tampa?
I'm not sure. I didn't know.
The Rays were in the lead for a while.
Yeah,
Let's see here.
they took what 3 of.
Yeah, the Yankees are a game and a half up on Tampa Bay.
Yeah, so
right now in the wild card, I know it's early, but Tampa Bay is in the first wild card spot, and Boston and Oakland are tied for the second. The Indians are a game and a half back. Texas is actually ahead of the Indians also by a half game.
I mean,
But I mean, the Red Sox, it's just a matter of time before they separate from all the others. You're not gonna beat Boston or Tampa Bay out for the wild card.
Houston just lost Carrera for 10 days with
Yeah.
a fractured rib. See how long that holds him out.
Yeah, that's a big.
That could be a lingering. Ribs can be a lingering issue with, especially with batters. That torque, coming through and stuff. That twisting at the hips.
But speaking of Bauer, Chris Rose from MLB Network said a week or so ago he was there for an Astros game and he was in the clubhouse talking to some of the guys and said they mentioned when they played Minnesota, they said their lineup is legit, like they're for real. He's like, and not even that, he said their pitching is good. Like all the Astros players were saying how impressed they were with the Twins, and that they are for real. And then they said, we're gonna have to go out and get another pitcher to compete with these guys, and the Yankees and Tampa Bay. And he said, well, who you guys have anybody in mind? And said, like unanimously, all of them said Trevor Bauer. Even the bad blood he's had with some of those guys, they said they can put that all aside. They said he's the best pitcher in the American League. That's who we want.
He's not. He's 4-4 right now. He's not.
No, he's not lighting it up. It's something with his mechanics. Tito said
He's over.
It needed adjusting.
Yeah, he's over. He's over complicating his approach.
Yeah.
Like he's overthinking. Like he's thinking he has to do everything. He needs to step back and just do what he's supposed to do.
Well, I think he's feeling a lot of pressure too.
What I'm saying.
The weight of it on his shoulders
Yeah.
because of the rotation with Clevenger and Kluwer being out.
Well, Clevenger's almost back, right?
Yeah, he'll be back actually about a week and a half.
That's gonna be a big lift to our rotation.
That'll help.
Huge.
That's what I mean. If they can start hitting the ball.
And they showed it the last couple series. Yeah, they lost, but
That's what I mean.
They put runs up. They haven't been scoring 1 or 2. It's been 5, 6.
They're in a tough situation right now. I mean, you're getting buried in the division, but you're starting to show a little bit of sign of life, and it's only the end of May.
Yeah.
I mean, you still got 2 months before the trade deadline. I know attendance is down, obviously.
Cleveland never has good attendance. Well, you gotta put a product out there. Like we said this before, you have to have a product that people want to pay for.
Yeah, you'll never see anything like it was in '95 when they had all those consecutive sellouts.
No,
but they were winning every game and all those comebacks, and I mean, they were scoring 7-8 runs a game.
Yeah,
that lineup was ridiculous.
Yeah, it's stupid. But you have to put a product out there that people want to watch, that people are willing to pay their money. Cleveland's a blue collar, hardworking, get dirty, go home.
Well,
type,
there's
type
no
of
doubt.
city, and like they want, this their hard-earned money. So if you want them to spend that money, you have to put a product out there that people want to pay for.
They completely dropped the ball in the offseason. I mean, you look at
Brantley. Brantley, like, I'm
Yeah.
like $12 million.
they're calling him the best free agent signing this past offseason. Like we've gone over this time and time again. Melky Cabrera's hitting 330. You could have had him on the cheap. The one that's really pissing me off, Yandy Diaz, the guy that wasn't an Indian that could have been, and he's a local kid from St. Ignatius, Derek Dietrich. The Reds signed him on a minor league contract. He hit 3 home runs last night. He's got 17 home runs already. And he would have loved to come back, play for his hometown team.
I'm sure you would have.
They were interested in him at the trade deadline last year. I don't know why. I don't even want to get started.
It's because Antonetti, I put money on it. Antonetti was told by the Dolan, said, "Look, I don't want to spend money this offseason. Put money on it." He's like, "I don't want to spend a lot of money." He's like, "I want you to let people go, and we're going to pick up, for, veterans on the cheap, and we'll do what we'll have to do. Like, I don't want to spend a lot of money."
Jeff Kirby
Put money on it. That's what they said.
Kirby said, "Do you think the Indians decided not to trade Kluber or Bauer possibly because of the All-Star game being in Cleveland this year?"
What the hell does that have to do with anything?
Well,
a
they
draw?
wanted
The All-Star game's going to draw a draw based on the All-Star game itself.
they wanted to have
Because you
a
think
good
how
product.
How
on
many
the field.
Cleveland Indians are going to be in the
That's the
All-Star
thing.
game?
They
It
didn't.
doesn't matter.
They didn't want to have 1 or 2 guys. I mean, they wanted it to be a season where they had.
You might not
3
have
or
1 or 2 guys. Period. Like the only one you're going to have is
Brett Hand right now.
maybe.
Well, he's got a 150
Yeah,
or
but
something like that. If he keeps going the way he's going, he'll be in there.
It doesn't matter. I mean, like
Maybe
right now,
Lindor. Ramirez definitely isn't going.
I mean, if Luplow keeps playing with the way he has, he can make
If
it.
he plays every day, I mean, every team has to have at least one. So
Yeah. So I mean, I just think they didn't find they had a high price tag on Kluber and Bauer.
right.
They wanted
Well, for Kluber, I think they were asking a little bit too much.
they wanted the moon for Bauer. And they wanted the moon and the stars for Kluber. Like, yo.
I mean, if we could see him deteriorating last year, so can other teams.
Yeah.
They were interested in him. And I don't know if the Dodgers did offer Alex Vertigo, but he's hitting like 324, playing every day for the Dodgers right now.
It's all hindsight. Like,
I mean, I've seen people say, Cody Bellinger, we turned down Cody Bellinger. They weren't giving him up, and he's leading. He's hitting almost 400, 17 home runs, but we weren't getting him for either one of those guys.
no. I don't think Bauer could have got him.
I think the 2 teams
I think Bauer could have got Bellinger.
possibly.
Because we were coming off of Bauer's last year's, performance, and he was dominant until he got hurt. Like, he was literally a Cy Young candidate until he got injured and missed a bunch of games.
Yeah.
I'm
have
sure,
no doubt he would have won
I'm sure Bellinger because pitching's gonna win you a World Series. I don't care. Like they have offense. Bellinger. Yeah, it's a big cog to that offense, but you can find pieces to make up for that. You can't spring out 2 or 3 pitchers for the impact of a Bauer.
Right.
You can put 2 or 3 hitters in there for the impact of a Bellinger. You can make that. You can overcome that loss easier than a pitcher. So
I think there's 4 teams that are going to come hard at the Indians for Bauer. And that's Houston, San Diego, the Dodgers, and the Yankees.
well, I keep him out of the AFC.
Yeah, I don't
American League.
Don't want to trade him in the Yankees. If they're going to trade him, I prefer he go not to the Astros
The National
or
League. National League.
Padres or the Dodgers. I think I like what they have to offer a little bit better. I don't want prospects that are 2-3 years away. I want guys that are ready to step in right now and play, like Vertigo.
We need everything we can get.
They need outfield. May need a third baseman. I mean, what's the deal with Ramirez? Is it good? I mean, it's 2 months in. It's not even just 2 months in. This is going back to beginning of August, like late July last year.
He's trying to just put the ball out of the ballpark every at bat.
Right.
He needs to control his swing and just make contact. He has the power. If he makes contact with it legit, he's gonna put it out there. He's gonna put it in play. He's trying to put it out of the park, that's how you end up striking out and popping out because your mechanics are just completely off.
Yeah.
You're overthinking everything and you're coming at it like a madman and you can't hulk it. Like you need to calm down.
Matt Crossan said never getting Bellinger. Well, I don't think they can get him now.
Well, not now. No,
Yeah.
no. This was like in the beginning of the season before the season happened.
I know his name was floated out there. I don't know how true it was.
This is
I
before
think-
this is before the season happened. This
Yeah.
is like all the trade talks
Right.
in the beginning, like when they were hot and heavy. Now you couldn't get Bellinger for Clevenger, Bauer, and Bieber. Like I don't think
Right.
you could get him for that. I mean, you probably could. That's a haul.
Yeah, that's
They're gonna be
not
like,
going to happen.
they're gonna be
but
like, cool,
from our
here,
standpoint.
thanks. but no, but not now. No, of course not now. Bauer's not. He's not as shiny as he was coming before the season started.
Right.
So they're seeing through it. So there's no way in hell. No. But did you see Odell Beckham's new car?
Yeah, the Bentley.
The Rolls
You see
Royce.
oh, is it a Rolls
Rolls
Royce?
Royce.
Did you see the hood ornament?
That's so stupid. I want to be stupid rich like that. Okay, I want
I
to be
know.
so like rich where like I can have a fucking car made
Yeah.
that has a statue of me come out of the goddamn hood with me making that catch in a Browns uniform of all things. Like that's the ugliest fucking Rolls Royce I've ever seen in my life. I'm sorry, but orange, Cleveland Brown orange is not meant to be on a car.
I like it though. I
That's
like
too much orange.
that he's getting that into
I got it. He has to rep where he's from now. I get it. He has to show dude, take it down a notch, man. That thing's bright. It's too much.
You're gonna be seeing that at the Brown Stadium every week,
Doubt it.
every home game, in the parking lot.
I'm gonna egg the shit out of it. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be like, that's the stupidest purchase you ever made.
Nah, I think it's cool though.
It's cool, but it's arrogant and it's obnoxious.
And when you got the
I'm
money,
sorry, it's obnoxious as hell. There's no. I don't care if you have the money or not, dude. There's more. You could have made something so much cooler. Like you could literally You could have made a bigger statement. You could have got like a sports car, right? And had like your number but you didn't do this bright ass fucking Cleveland Browns orange, dude. Like if you got brown leather in there, we have a fucking problem, right?
I don't know what the inside looks like.
Like it's hideous. Like it's so ugly. Like I can't believe you bought that.
So
You know the thing cost him $200,000 plus,
oh, sure,
if not
at
more.
least, At least.
It's a Rolls Royce. That thing probably.
So Gerald McCoy, did you hear the latest on him?
He's in the Panthers right now. He's going to the
Yeah.
Panthers.
Earlier they were saying the meeting went really well with Baltimore. That
Had a fantastic meeting there.
it was up to the
But
front
go-
office and the agent.
What is it? What's his name?
Somebody
Hinata?
said A plus plus plus.
Who's that?
Haloti Nada.
Hello to Yonata.
Yeah, he
He
announced his
raved about
retirement.
the Ravens.
Well, he announced his retirement today, and at the announcement, I guess Gerald McCoy showed up. He sat in the back, and then for a little bit, and then left.
Yeah.
But they said he's still in contact with the Browns. The difference is going to be, I guess the Ravens offered multi-year. The Browns only offered a 1-year deal.
He said he wanted to go to a contender.
Yeah, his agent said it was more about winning than money, which means teams like Cincinnati, who are willing to offer maybe 11, 12 million, they have no chance because they have no chance of winning.
Then by definition, the Browns should be out because the Browns are not a contender until we see what the product is.
Right.
We on paper we look like a Super Bowl team. Don't get me wrong. Like on paper, Cleveland Browns look like they can go all the way.
Yeah.
We don't know how this is gonna work. Every cog in this machine needs to go and move smoothly.
Yeah.
We don't know what kind of jams and rusts and what we're gonna see.
Right.
So until that happens, and he might know that too. He's like, look, it looks good, but there was so many pieces. There's not many pieces on the Ravens that have changed.
Yeah, it's all about the hype with the Browns.
Yeah, that's all. I mean, it's all hype. There's no fraud. Just like Fair Education said, he's like, I'm sick of this hype. He said he was over this hype. He wanted to see product.
Right.
So you can tell. He's like, I'm not gonna hype anything up until I see a finished product. So I mean, and I don't even know. You think how? Because Cleveland's running what, a 3-4?
That's how we look on Twitter. We're cut off. Guess it doesn't matter. But nobody wants to see us anyway.
That's dumb.
Yeah.
Oh well.
But speaking of Baltimore, did you see? They said report out of OTAs is that Lamar Jackson still can't throw.
Well, they
He came in, new offense, and he didn't know anything about it.
Yeah.
Like, how does that happen? Where's the
I told you,
communication?
everybody hyping up Lamar Jackson like, oh, dude, he's the next Michael Vick. No, Michael Vick could throw the damn ball, okay? Michael Vick had a cannon. He had an arm. All right, Lamar Jackson made his money and got drafted based on his legs alone.
Yeah.
Look at his stats when he played for Louisville, right? His passing versus rushing. If you looked at him blind without knowing he's a quarterback, you would think he's a goddamn running back.
Yeah.
Like, you would look at him like, oh, this dude's a running back. This dude's stout. You're like, oh, he's a quarterback? What? No. he's
got a cannon for an arm. It's just not very good.
He can't. He's not
No
accurate.
accuracy.
He just wings it and hopes to God someone's.
That's how he got a lot of his touchdowns at Louisville. Just fly pattern, deep balls.
And he had his receivers were able to win jump balls. Like receiving core in Baltimore is not that good.
No,
they're not that great. I mean, we'll see. They got that what? Hollywood Brown is their draft that number round one draft pick for the first round, but I don't even know if he's gonna be good. Like he's small.
Yeah, and he's a rookie, so you don't know.
He's not going to win jump balls against some 6'2" corners and safeties. I'm sorry, it's not going to happen. Like I don't know. Like Lamar, I think just this whole Baltimore, like what they did to Flacco is gonna bite him in the ass. Nobody knew what Lamar Jackson was last year, right?
Yeah.
So that's why he was able to beat you. They're gonna know. Oh, guess what? Want to rush him?
What do you do in the playoffs?
Nothing.
Yeah,
Who didn't make the
exactly.
playoffs?
Because they stacked the box and stopped him. They were daring him to throw. He couldn't beat him with his legs.
I don't know what's happening over there.
Huh?
We good over there?
Yeah. Well, this is.
So. Yeah, I don't.
Oh, it's just no big deal. We're still going.
Lamar Jackson's not gonna. He'll be out of the league in 2 years.
The other thing I was
Baltimore is gonna have a losing record. They're gonna draft a kid out of Oregon, Hubert. Watch. They're gonna draft him, and he's gonna be the
Clemson, Sunshine, the long-haired dude.
Well, he's a true freshman last year, right?
Yeah, this will be his sophomore year, so he can come out.
You need 2 years, right?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Do you think he comes out?
Those two will be the top two quarterbacks.
Do you think he comes out?
I think he was Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah. You think he comes out really?
He has a good year and they win a national championship.
If he wins that championship, I can see it. If he doesn't win that championship, I can see him coming out. If he does win it, I can see him trying to go 3 for 3.
I think so.
Dabo Swinney, like he's putting a team. Clemson's looks like the new Alabama. Like they're a juggernaut out of nowhere.
Highest paid coach in college football.
Well, when you win 2 national championships against Alabama, I mean,
yeah,
that helps. It's going to make you money. I don't care who you are. That'd make me money.
Right.
Right? I could have been just picked off the street because they didn't think anything about it. I'll beat Alabama, win that championship. Dude, I'm getting $1 million contract regardless of my first year in coaching. Like, you beat Alabama.
Look, going back to McCoy for a second, I did see somebody say that the Browns were going to give him a starting position, which means
over Richardson?
Ogunjobi. No, I mean Ogunjobi. I'm sure it's still going to. I mean, the three though, we're probably going to rotate a lot.
Because the Browns are on a 4-3 now, right?
Yeah, but think of that line.
That'd have to be ridiculous. Like,
Vernon, Richardson, McCoy, and Garrett. I mean, that's insane.
Yeah.
That's why I'm trying not to get too hyped about it because I have a feeling he's going to go to Baltimore.
I think he'll sound the Panthers.
Well, don't forget his old defensive coach from Tampa Bay is the line coach in Baltimore. That's where they were saying that's why he wanted to, as a courtesy, give them the visit because his old coach was there just out of respect.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess things ended up going pretty well from what I heard. So we'll see what happens with Carolina. I don't know. They said there's quite a few teams interested, so I don't know how many visits he's going to make. But he may visit 5-6 teams before he decides what he wants to do. I mean, there's no time limit. Well, mini camp starts end of next month, so it's got a couple weeks. But fingers crossed. That'd be if we don't get him, we're good. I mean, that's one position where there's not a whole lot of depth.
Jose Ramirez doubled 2-score Indians up 10-6.
Look at this freaking offensive juggernaut.
I'm gonna hold that juggernaut word.
Yeah, we'll see what happens next series.
I mean, blind squirrel gets a nut once in a while.
When they go back to get the shit kicked out of them by the White Sox.
Yeah, they're gonna play the stupidest team and lose. Dude, the Indians are so depressing. Like, they make my heart hurt. Like,
I've turned down 2 sets of tickets from work already. I'll end up going eventually because take Peyton. She'll want to go. But
yeah,
it's depressing.
it is.
I have literally, I have not watched a full game in like 4 weeks.
I've not watched one game.
I turned it on last night because I wanted to see Zach Plesac. So he gets to the first inning, 1, 2, 3, look good. Rain delay. Like, are you kidding me? Then I had to go to bed early. So I didn't even know they resumed it. The way it was raining, I didn't. I thought it could be called. And then he ended up coming back in through 5 innings. Did you hear what David Price did? Guess he left a note in Plesac's locker telling him, great job, kid. I was really impressed with your outing.
Okay.
He said that was pretty classy of him to do.
You hear David Price also got really mad at some of his Red Sox players for going to the White House after winning a World Series.
Yeah, I did hear that.
Got pissed off into a little hissy fit.
Yeah. You'll have that.
Grow the fuck up.
I know.
We're grown up, man. I can do what I want. I'm telling you, if I get invited to the White House, I'm going to the White House.
Once in a lifetime opportunity.
Yes, I'm going to the White House. The chance of me winning another Super Bowl or whatever is not that easy, or a World Series or Stanley Cup. It's not that easy.
Well, they're going for the trifecta this year.
Boston?
Yeah. Got the Patriots and the Bruins during the NHL finals, and Red Sox if they get their shit together. I guess it hasn't been done since like 1930 something. They said on the radio today.
Oh yeah.
Where 3 teams won from the same city won a championship in the same year.
I don't see it happening again. I don't think the Red Sox winning it all.
No, I don't think so. Might get the Bruins, but probably not going to get the Red Sox.
Maybe, yeah. The Bruins are up. Last time I looked at it, the series was 1-0.
Yeah,
but
I haven't
seen it.
Once Columbus got knocked out, I kind of lost interest. Not a big hockey fan, but
Yo,
I was getting
it's
into
gonna
the
suck, dude. Columbus is losing like their goal. We have the #1 goalie in the NHL, and he's a free agent.
They have a lot of free agents.
We're gonna get huge hits. Like we're not gonna be. I don't think we'll be back.
No. All those trades they made before the deadline, they were going all in this year, and didn't work out. They played well in the first series, but
no, they were up 2-1 in the second series against Boston, but we just couldn't hold it. Couldn't hold it. I mean, the NBA draft's coming up.
Yeah.
By like Tuesday or Monday?
No, it's the 20th.
Of June?
June 20th, yeah, it's a couple weeks away.
It said 4 days, 4 or 5 days.
No, it's
That's stupid.
Thursday, June 20th. There's a lot of rumors about the Cavs.
Dude, I swear to God, they're going to end up taking Cam Reddish. They're going to fuck up his pick.
No, I think the first thing they're going to do is try to move up to 3 for RJ Barrett. They suppose they're locked in on that right now.
Yeah.
I mean, if they can do it without giving up a lot, then I'm okay with it. I mean, look at last year. Was it Dallas and Atlanta swapped 3 and 5 without? I don't think there was any more compensation, or maybe another pick was involved or something.
Dude, there had to be. You literally coming down like Atlanta messed on.
It wasn't a big compensation package though to move up the 2. They just had a handshake agreement. You take him, I'll take Trae Young and Doncic.
Yeah.
Which it worked out for both because
they were the rookie of the year candidates.
Yeah, top 2 rookies maybe.
Yeah, they were even number 2 picks, right?
Huh?
Who was #1 pick?
That was
Ayton.
Ayton was number 1.
2 went to.
I can't remember who the second one was.
Dude, yeah, I don't even know.
Hold on, let me pull it up here. I forgot already.
Dude, I can't. Must have not been that good.
No,
I think that he made all rookie team. I think it was the first time that top 5 rookies made the all rookie team. Yeah, I don't like Googling.
Yeah, we had Marvin Bagley. And then Doncic.
That's because he was hurt at the beginning of the year.
Yeah, Doncic was 3rd, Jaren Jackson 4th, Trae Young 5th.
Yeah. That's it. That's alright.
Let me, before we continue, let me rip through our sponsor list here real quick.
Oh, yeah, that thing.
We haven't done this in so long.
We didn't do that shit last week when we did the.
I know, because we were just on Twitter and Facebook. So we got Wiggins Construction and Home Improvement at 440-731-4654 for all your home improvement needs. Graver Machine Tool, who is the hotline sponsor of Redline Radio. You can reach them at 440-322-3685 for all your powder coating and machining needs. Lubrication Supply, 330-813-2035. Ask for Kevin or Jim if you want to get lubed up. Detroit Auto Parts. Detroit Auto Parts, who is our main sponsor. They have 2 locations. First on the east side at 216-531-7373. Then on the west side, which is below the Redline Radio studio, 216-398-7373. You mention Redline Radio and get 10% off your purchase. We've got Cater Printing. They do up all our shirts and hats. You can reach them at www.caterprinting.com, Savage Multimedia Group. And then, of course, we've got our lone sponsor here, Wegner Landscaping at 330-524-5415. And you can ask for Michelle. All right, so what we're talking about, NBA. So, what do you think? The Raptors have a chance to take Golden State down? End their run? With powered by Drake?
I can't stand that man.
I know. That's the thing. I can't stand the Raptors because of him. But I can't stand Golden State. But somebody mentioned that they were going to root for the Raptors because it would preserve the Cavs' legacy as the only team to take them out in the last 4 years. Do you buy anything into that?
That's that's funny. Cleveland trying to find any way to stay relevant in basketball.
Yeah.
Cleveland didn't take him out. Who took him out? LeBron James took him after that.
Yeah.
LeBron James was Toronto's kryptonite.
Right.
It was not Cleveland. I'm sorry.
I know.
I'm blunt. It was LeBron James was Rosen and Lowry's kryptonite. Simple. End the story. That's it.
Right.
So, I want Toronto to win. Kawhi is going to need to have the series of a lifetime.
Yeah.
Lowry is going to have the series of a lifetime. And then the role players are going to have to play like they have never played before.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, but if KD doesn't play, I think they have a lesser chance of winning. For some reason, they just don't move the ball as well with KD in their rotation.
No,
Golden State is more fluid and more dangerous and more, what's the word I'm looking for? I guess lethal with KD out of the rotation.
Well, I think
the fluidity of that team just is natural. Like, it's just, I don't know, they gel so much better when he's not in that rotation. Right. So when he plays in that rotation, they're actually rated lower in points scored. I mean, if KD plays, I think they have a better chance.
Yeah, I think so.
Kawhi
I think they need him
because
of Kawhi Leonard. They need Durant in this series.
Because Kawhi could guard and lock down
you could
Durant.
put him on somebody else now, like Klay Thompson or
Durant.
No, if Durant doesn't play, that opens Leonard to guard somebody else. Because Leonard's a lockdown defender. You could put him on Klay Thompson and neutralize somebody else.
I think if Durant plays, they have a better chance to win.
Who? Toronto?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
So I don't know. I think
because Durant is.
I think he's more important than this.
Did you literally not pay attention to anything I just said last 36?
Well, I had a phone call.
So here we go. Golden State is a lot more fluid, lethal, and dynamic with KD's on rotation.
Yeah.
Their chemistry is just ridiculous. They read each other's thoughts and bam, 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 bam. When KD comes in that lineup, it's a little bit more slower, more meticulous, more like it's not as dynamic. Like it's not as lethal. It's not as fluid. It's the complete opposite. And so if Toronto wants to win, I seriously think KD needs to be in there because you take out KD, right?
Yeah.
With and then now you're forcing the other players to score all the points or be the bulk of the. It just doesn't work. They've never been able to do that. I mean, one of them have, but like with KD in the roster, you've never had Klay and Curry show up and go put 40 up each.
Right.
They do that when it's just those two together sometimes, a lot more frequently.
Yeah.
So I just think they have a better chance with KD than without. But that's just me.
Kirby said the problem is Klay and Steph run around so much and will tire out, but Kawhi much easier, making him a liability on offense.
Making who? Kawhi a liability?
They said they'll tire out Kawhi, making him run around so much.
Well, they're little fucking pesky little rats. I mean, of course, Kawhi Leonard's a 6 foot, 11, 260 pounds. Yeah, he's not gonna run around with a 6'2", $190 wet.
Yeah.
That's speaking of duh. He'd make you tired out, make me tired out. I mean, they're not.
Yeah.
That's not.
Well, I mean, Toronto's gonna need somebody like Kyle Lowry to step up.
Like I said,
usually sucks in the postseason.
You're gonna need Lowry, and you're gonna need Kawhi to have the series of a lifetime.
Well, I think Marc Gasol could be the X factor too. I mean, this is a different Raptors team than the one we beat.
Oh yes.
I mean, you swapped out DeRozan and brought in Leonard, and then you swapped out Valanciunas and brought in Marc Gasol. Major upgrades at both spots.
Oh yeah. I think Golden State wins in 6.
Yeah, ultimately I think Golden State's going to win again. I thought Milwaukee would give Golden State more problems because of their length, and I don't know who would have guarded Giannis. But
KD.
I just think the Bucks would have had a better shot than the Raptors.
Bledsoe's garbage. I don't think so. I think Lowry has played better in the postseason this postseason than Bledsoe has. Bledsoe's that's why they lost.
It's because he's not facing the Cavs.
Bledsoe, Milwaukee lost against the Raptors because Bledsoe couldn't hit a shot. Their coach couldn't make adjustments. Who starts 7 people only starts 7? 7, and it's not working.
Yeah.
Change it up.
They're a deep team too. I mean,
yeah, they could make.
They could have gone 8, 9, 10 deep.
It's ridiculous. They didn't make no adjustments. They didn't do anything. They just say let's just do it. Well,
I mean,
obviously they figured your shit out. Change it up.
You could say it was their first year, but Budenholzer's an experienced coach.
Yo, if it was your first year, you wouldn't have been as dominant the whole playoff series.
Right.
You literally put on a show that I was so optimistic about Milwaukee being able to take it all.
Right.
But their backcourt was trash the last series against. So I mean, I don't think they. I think they got swept against Golden State. To be honest with you,
they were taken out of their game for sure. I mean, they were taking stupid shots and dumb turnovers. They weren't. I mean, some of that is inexperience. I mean, a lot of those guys. That's Giannis's first play.
Yeah, it wasn't even him though. He was still playing
good.
good.
Yeah, right.
Literally, it came from their point guard. Bledsoe was not making a single shot. If you look at his stats, last 4 games.
Yeah.
Milwaukee went up 2-0. Milwaukee went up 2-0.
Yeah.
And then went 0-4.
Yeah.
If you look at those 4 games, Bledsoe fell off the map. The coach didn't make any adjustments. They tried to do the same thing. It didn't work those last 4 games. So change it up.
Right.
But you're not going to win with a 7-man rotation and not making any adjustments.
No.
Toronto made adjustments coming in Game 3, beat you. So you should have made adjustments to their adjustments, but you didn't.
Right.
And then that's why you're not. Now you're on home watching it, and they're playing the Golden State for the finals. Like it's just. I mean, I'm not an NBA coach, but I know you need to make. I didn't see a single. I watched 3 of those games. It was the same type of play all 3 games. They knew shit to adjust. Toronto just outplayed, outcoached Milwaukee.
By the way, Toronto, you're welcome.
Why?
Because they're welcome that LeBron left Cleveland and now the East is theirs.
See, this is what I'm talking about. Cleveland tried to find and take credit for everything. Like this is
we own them.
This is what LeBron owned them.
Yes, he did.
Before LeBron came back, Kyrie Irving didn't do shit to Toronto. I put money on it. He didn't.
Why do you think that? I mean, they were the happiest team to see him go.
Yeah, I would be too. If I was any Eastern Conference team, I'd be like, fuck yeah.
Yeah, it was wide open this year.
That's why I'm walking like, hey, guess what? Number 1 seed.
Yeah.
Like, that's why I hate Cleveland. Like, I love Cleveland, but I hate Cleveland because we try to take advantage and credit for everything.
That's right.
It wasn't us. We do shit. That man wanted to go be in like movies and whatever.
Yeah, he's having fun dancing with Tristan Thompson on Instagram.
You see his son?
Yeah.
LeBron's little post? I would have beat that ass so bad.
I got a feeling
he was like 12 years old talking about bitches and shit. You have no idea. Go watch Barney, kid.
He's 14. But
whatever,
still,
same damn thing. Like, wow, you just breaking girls just breaking guys' hearts. What the fuck do you know about broken hearts? You're 14 and you're rich as shit.
I got a feeling you won't be seeing any of those anytime soon.
Oh man, dude, I would have whooped his ass on Instagram. I would whoop his ass on Instagram. I would be like, you want followers? Here's followers. I'm gonna hit him in the legal zone between the ass cheeks and the top of the thigh. There's no child abuse from there on up. Like that's bad. Literally what they say.
That was bad.
Yeah, it's funny. So I was reading something. I want to hear your opinion on this. So when I say the game, what am I talking about?
The game.
The game.
Super Bowl. Really, guy?
The game. For Ohio. The game.
Oh, Ohio State, Michigan.
Thank you. Jesus fucking Christ.
What about it?
Is that in... I was reading an article that said is the game endangered of being just called a game because the pure dominance Ohio State has over Michigan over the last 10 years.
Pretty close.
The game no longer shows that hype no more. It's not like
No.
back when was it back in 07 was number 1 versus number 2. The winner got the national championship. The loser was out.
Yeah, Michigan thought things were going to change when they got Harbaugh.
Harbaugh's been the worst coach against Ohio State.
Terrible.
Like, now, granted, Day is there. Let's see what happens. You know, Urban Meyer's gone.
I think he'll pick
I
up
still
right
think-
where he left off.
I still think we will own Michigan
Yeah.
because they lost a lot of defensive talent.
And
And
we lost a lot of offensive talent, but we have a ton of offensive talent
yeah,
coming in with receivers and then Justin Fields.
yeah. All right, so we still got Dixon. We still have a solid line.
Yeah.
I'm.
And they still have J.K.
But
Dobbins.
I really don't think the Ohio State Michigan game doesn't have the same hype to it as it used to. I mean, there's still
I
hype.
don't get as excited as I
There's still hype to it. Don't get me wrong. I look forward to
Yeah.
that game every year.
Oh, I do too.
But I'm not going like, holy shit, is this gonna be the year? Like,
Yeah.
I walk in, I was like,
That's what you want them to both be undefeated going into that final game. That's when it's fun.
yeah, it's gonna be 14-6, Cleveland.
Are you serious?
Lindor singles.
Holy.
Santana doubles at the top of the 7-3 score. The Indians extend the lead to 14-6 with Baltimore.
What happened to our team?
They probably realized they're all gonna get fucking fired if they didn't start playing baseball. Like, I don't know, man. It was like you said. It's still early.
Yeah.
Bats are coming alive. Maybe that's what we're gonna start getting hot. Pitching's gonna come back. Maybe.
Wow. 14 runs, only 1 home run.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's good though.
Yeah, Mercado, Lindor, Santana, Ramirez, Bowers, Allen, Plawecki all had 2 hits.
Yeah.
Balanced attack tonight.
Yeah. Like.
But yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I hope they start hitting the ball and get themselves back in it. I mean, I want them to be in the playoffs. And it's going to be a long summer. I want to get into them again. I mean, baseball is my favorite sport.
Football.
But it's making it worse on them right now with everything that's going on with the Browns because people are just putting the Indians on the back burner and just looking forward to football season. I mean, people are going to be more hyped about minicamp in June than they are about an Indians game.
Yeah.
And that's
It makes sense though. I mean, it's a better product in the field. The Haslam is spending money.
it's just
I mean, it's what happens. Even though
just look how things have changed, like from the last 3-4 years. Usually at this time, the Cavs are in the finals, so everything's focused on them. Indians have had a good team, have been in contention the last 4 years, and the Browns have been shit. Now it's completely turned where the Browns are up here, Cavs are down here, and the Indians are on their way down here.
Browns are up here on paper.
Yeah, but they're not going to lose 10, 11 games this year. It's not going to
One injury, man.
No, Baker Mayfield. If he gets hurt week 1, they're screwed. Then you got a heavy dose of Drew Stanton. Who wants that?
Alright. One injury on defense. Did you lose Ward or you lose Garrett?
Well, that's where they have depth. I mean, they've
You're
got
not-
more depth.
You're
than
not going to
defense.
replace the productivity of Garrett on that line.
No.
I'm sorry. Not happening. So if you lose Garrett in the first 3 weeks, dude, your season's a lot. You're not getting the pressure. You're not getting the quarterback, especially with Ward. If he's not fully healthy with the concussion issues, and we got and Greedy Williams was a rookie. I mean, you don't know what's going to happen there. Like,
I did like hearing that a guy that they drafted high last year that didn't even get on the field has looked really good in OTA so far. Chad Thomas, defensive end from Miami. So they're saying he could be one of the surprise guys this year. I'm hoping.
when's he going to get a chance?
I don't know. I mean, he's just a 3rd round pick. Didn't see the field at all last year, so.
What happened? Was he injured?
Supposedly, I think he was injured for a little bit at the beginning of the season, but I guess Greg Williams just didn't like him.
Really?
Yeah, didn't think he was worthy of the playing time. But I guess he's going to get. Steve Wilkes is going to give him a chance to earn rotation minutes. And they said so far he's looked good, but I mean, he said they're not even in pads yet, so let's wait until they're in pads and they're hitting each other
Yeah.
to pass judgment on them. This is definitely the most excited I've been. I mean, I've been
For the
pretty
Browns?
down. Yeah, I mean, the 2 years where they went 1-31, I probably watched maybe 8-9 total full games. I mean, it was unwatchable. It was like the Indians up until a couple games ago.
The Indians are hovering around 500, so I mean, it's still watchable baseball. They're not at the bottom of the American League. They're not, they're not just 10 games, like win only 10 games. I mean, so when their pitching gets back and if their hitting stays up, dude, they'll take a wild card. They could pass the Twins if it comes out to.
Well, if they get back into contention, is Dolan going to fork up some money to go out and get a bat?
Or someone should take Dolan out. Yeah. Like I'm telling you,
because they need a big bat, and
who would be
preferably in the outfield. I don't know.
In the outfield?
You're going to have to look at Daryl said we're good on radio cover, clear as day, no music, so that's good.
Okay, cool.
Finally,
something's right.
But yeah, I mean, you're going to have to look at the teams that find a lot of contention. They're going to look at guys who are in the last year of their contract, so they don't have to pay.
Yeah.
So.
Nobody comes to mind.
No, I can't. Off the top of my head, I can't think of anybody right now. It's still early. You still have 2 months before the deadline. So
we also got to be 10, 15 games above 500 too.
Yeah, once you get into July, teams will start separating themselves, and you'll start hearing names that are going to become available.
Yeah.
I just hope that they make the move. And the beginning of the season, they said if they were contention that they have money allocated to take on some cash at the trade deadline. So hopefully they stick to their word. But this is going to be a pivotal next 2 weeks. I think the next 2 weeks will determine which direction they go in, as far as either a fire sale or looking to add to the team to make a run.
Yeah.
As you get Clevenger back, like you said, Kluber is not going to be back till probably mid-August.
Yeah, well,
and you don't even know what you're going to give him because it's not like he was pitching great before he got hurt. I mean, he's at 5-something ERA.
Yeah,
he was getting knocked around quite a bit.
Well, I'm not worried about Kluber. We get Clevenger back, and if Bauer can snap back to where he's at,
and
with Bieber, Carrasco, Clevenger.
Carrasco's kind of been up and down, but
yeah,
we'll see what they get out of this Plesac. Who knows? I mean, he could come up like Bieber did last year and pitch well.
Yeah.
And their number one prospect, Tristan McKenzie's on his way back right now, so he could be an option.
Didn't they have another month or so?
No, he hasn't been up. He hasn't been past AA yet. But he's dominated at every level he's been at. He needs to build some strength. He's skinny as a rail.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he's tall. I think he's like 6'7". But he needs to put on some weight and do some strength training.
We need a new hitting coach, I think, in Cleveland.
Yeah, that's what kills me. You hear people say they haven't made any adjustments like the last 3-4 years. Yandy Diaz goes to Tampa Bay, and they make a minor tweak in his swing, and he's a home run hitter.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you seen how freaking big that guy was. I mean, there's no reason he shouldn't be hitting home runs.
Oh, yeah,
he was a singles hitter here. I mean, he hit the ball hard, but it was line drives. He had 1 home run last year.
That's it?
Yeah, the Indians, that was it, 1 home run. And I think that was part of the reason they traded him, because he didn't develop the power. Well, I mean, do some research, work with the guy.
Yeah,
Tampa Bay did it, and it's paying huge dividends for them now. And Jake Bauers is, average right now, if that. I mean, he may need some time down in AAA. That's why I said, bring up Bobby Bradley, send Bauers down, see if he can get himself straightened out. I mean, it worked for Greg Allen so far. I mean, it's only a couple games, but
yeah.
I mean, he started the season like 0 for 40 or something like that.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. I mean, it was bad.
And he looked good last year. I mean, I thought he was a guy that could eventually be the starting center fielder.
Allen?
Yeah.
I've always liked him as a defensive.
It just seems they didn't want to play him every day last year. They kept putting him in there a couple days a week, but he would do good when he was in there and then right back to the bench.
Yeah.
It's that Tito has that thing with the young players. I think he's finally getting over that now. Putting Mercado in there every day. Getting Plesac out there. He said that wasn't a one and done. They're going to give him a couple starts.
Well, good.
See what he can do.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember Dan Plesac. That's his uncle. He pitched 18 years in the majors. Was a pretty decent pitcher, left-handed pitcher.
Hey, Carl Yastrzemski's grandson
Mm-hmm.
had his first major league hit that was thrown out at first.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I saw it right that today too. That was pretty fun.
Yeah.
I was like, wow.
So Vlad Guerrero Jr.'s doing pretty good.
Yeah.
That kid's a beast, just like his dad. His dad was one of the best hitters I've ever seen.
Yeah.
The guy could hit anything. I mean, pitches it freaking bouncing in the dirt. He's hitting doubles.
Yeah. Well, that dude's he crushing it.
So he's definitely got the bloodline for sure.
But he's not that fast.
No,
He's a semi-truck dude.
He's a big guy. Well, that's how Bobby Bradley is. He's a big kid.
Yeah,
He's got massive power. He's had some bombs. I've seen some of the highlights of the AAA home runs that he's had just out of the stadium down there. He's got enticing power. There's no doubt about it. So that's what's it going to hurt? Giving him a shot. Alternate him and Santana at DH and first base for a couple weeks, and I'm going to see what he can do.
Yeah.
And they could use they have no cleanup hitter right now.
Cleveland has a lot of holes. They need to start filling them in. And
I think Mercado could end up being a good leadoff hitter. That's another thing.
And Lindor goes where?
Down in the or he's a run producer. He should be hitting in the middle of the lineup. Realistically, even Tito said that. He said he's been tempted to move him down with the lineup struggling. He was good hitting leadoff when he had Ramirez producing in the middle of the order, but now you don't have him producing.
Yeah.
And teams are going to pitch around the few good hitters they do have.
Yeah. No, you're right. Yeah. I just feel so off with this podcast. I don't know. I just feel like it's not.
Well, we've been out of it for a couple weeks with.
It's so unprepared. Like there's so much radio silence right now. I feel like. Like we're slacking.
We got booted.
Did we?
Yeah.
What happened?
I don't know. I mean, it's almost over anyways, but maybe the music quit playing.
Might as well just stop. We only got like 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's back on, but 7 minutes to go.
Yeah. Welcome back, guys.
Yeah.
We have no idea how long we were not talking to anybody, so
Yeah, I just noticed. I don't
it's
know
probably like
how
half
much it
the
recorded.
show.
Probably.
They're like
We're
we lost
getting
you at
there.
hello.
We're trying to work through all these issues we've been having. Eventually, we'll get it down.
Probably not, but
I mean, we're not the most technologically literate people, so.
no, even that didn't make sense. But I'm sitting waiting for the start of the football season, waiting for the season.
Oh, speaking of, did you see there might be a work stoppage in 2020?
NFL?
Yeah, they supposedly sent out a memo to all the
Owners?
all the players saying save your money and prepare to sit out at least a season in 2020
Why?
because of the collective bargaining agreement, I guess.
Ends?
Yeah.
After what?
They said that it's almost 100% certainty that there's going to be a lockout. So, of course, just when the Browns get a good team, we're going to have one season and then...
Does their contract years go with that, though?
I don't know how that works. I haven't looked into it. I just heard
Is
that
it a
today.
freeze? I don't know if that's a contract freeze because you're not playing, so...
I don't know.
I know injuries
I got to
still
look
count,
more
but...
into it, but I heard that earlier today that they sent a memo to all the players telling them to save their money.
The NFLPA did?
Yeah.
How would you know there's going to be a lockout so early?
I don't know. I mean, that's, almost 2 years from now.
So after the 2020 season, there's going to be a lockout is what they're saying?
Yeah.
Like how
after this season.
Oh, after this season. So the 2020 season might be out.
Yeah.
The year with the draft. No, 2021 with the draft.
Yeah, 2021. So, yeah, not this season, but next season is when it'll take effect. So they're telling players to save their money this year. in anticipation of possibly not playing a full season.
Well, I wonder if they say that every year.
I don't know. This is the first I've heard of it.
Well, yeah, but the last collective bargaining agreement happened when 5 years ago.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
So meet the whole, everything being on on Twitter and the media wasn't as dominant as I mean, Twitter was around. But it wasn't like not everybody had it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So we didn't hear everything. So how we don't know. Like it could just be like they did that a year prior. Hey, you guys, save your money, do your thing.
Right.
Because there's a chance that there'll be a lockout if we can't come to agreement. But I don't see them, because there's so much money. The owners aren't going to want to do that because they're going to take a big hit. And the cap's going to raise. I mean, the players' contracts raise. I mean, everything's good.
Well, like I said, too, that's what's going to suck for Cleveland if we finally are relevant again, and then that's going to happen. So, I don't know. I mean, hopefully it doesn't happen, but it's a long ways away. They got a lot of time to work shit out, but it's not good that they're already telling players they plan on being locked out.
But like I said, that could be something they do every year they go in the contract talks with the owners.
Yeah.
Just because you don't want to not have the players be prepared because it's not their fault if they can't come to an agreement. So they might just tell them every year, hey, be prepared, save some money. We might have a lockout just because there's a chance that it could happen.
Right.
Doesn't mean it's going to. Blah 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 blah. So I mean. We'll see what happens. I don't think so because the owners these owners are businessmen.
Yeah.
Right? They understand how much power these players actually hold.
Yeah.
You've seen it in the AB and Le'Veon Bell situations. Players hold a lot of power.
Right.
NFLPA will hold a lot of power.
Right.
These owners have a lot of power, but these owners are also driven by profits.
Right.
So when you put that in the foresight. That's what the owners want. They want to make profits. You're not gonna make profits, not the players, right? So the owners are gonna be the more the ones that cave, I think, first over the NFLPA. NFLPA is not making profits off. That's not their business. They're just a group of ex-players and current players and lawyers that are trying to make the best situation for the current player.
Right.
So they're already on contracts. They're already getting paid. This is just an extracurricular activity.
Yeah.
These owners, this is their livelihood. So they're gonna. A lockout